Anyways, that's Maddogmountainarts bloopers, that one. Okay, so the dice got off. Got off to school. Watched my other video. I know, right? I know. It feels like there's something in my eye. I'm just gonna start some toxic makeup. So just keep blinking until I get out. It's bad. For my male viewers, you have no idea what I'm talking about. For my female viewers, like you put your makeup on and you're like, oh, I'm blind. Just blind. But it's okay, I'm pretty, but I'm blind. So, yeah, the dice had like air bubbles in it. Because the bat was so stinky, I kind of just like covered them right away. But I should have poked down in the mold, should have heat gunned them, maybe turned him around, but it's kind of tough with the bat too because he has fur and I don't know what else he had growing on him, but it looked pretty gross. So there's definitely little air bubbles in there, but I don't know, the kids, they might think it's cool. I wouldn't make it for somebody and sell it at full price because I was very as an artist, I was very unimpressed with that. So if you guys are gonna resin any dead creatures, you gotta move it around and I don't know, try to get the air bubbles off anyways, but I'm not quite sure how that would roll. I am not quite sure. So what else is cool? I went for a huge bike ride this morning and I feel like I biked too far. I've never in my life actually biked too far where I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna make it home. But I went to the cement bridge this morning and you'll see me upload those videos, and I don't know if I'm just too old now or if it was just too far, but it was a long ways. I had to walk my bike and kind of jog beside it for a ways. It felt like on the way there it was uphill, and then it felt like on the way down it was uphill. It felt like it was both uphill, and the wind was blowing. It wasn't raining and I had both my shoes, but it was definitely, it was fun because I've never biked up there before. But right before I was home, I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna bike up here again. This might be the one and only. But it was a beautiful day and got a lot of good shots of that. So I know, just keep blinking. So I sent Wolfgang to the school with the bat, so we won't see the bat anymore because it's at its new home at the Bellacoola Elementary School. Or I might see it when I go down there, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know if the kids liked it or they didn't, or it's probably, it was half and half. A lot of people were weirded out by that idea, which I get it. But these are my dragon molds. So again, the bottoms are really sharp. They had translucent powder on the outside and the glow in the dark. And they've got a leaf and a rock in there. So we're supposed to be leaving tomorrow, but before we go, I'm gonna have to fix some of these. This guy's horn, this one horn didn't come through. It pays to, when your molds are in there, kind of squish them, which if you get too many projects on the go, it's kind of taking the time to extra squish is I don't know, I always get to the point where I'm just done. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired with this project that I probably don't get around to the finer details. But if you only did one thing, then you'd be much more okay, I'm gonna take care of this one thing, right? But when you pour and you open the jug and you heat it up, you might as well make a bunch of things because then you've made a bunch of money. Oh, this is pretty. These guys had translucent powder on them, so especially on the belly. I didn't think about that. Translucent powder on the belly. That's very cool. So this is Speak No Evil, See No Evil. I probably should have made them all in a set with the blue and the pink, but now I'm gonna have one funny one because one's gonna be orange. I didn't really think about that. didn't really think about that. Because I guess people will probably buy them as 3. Is it for 3? But this one's pretty anyway, so let's see. Because these 2 were glow-in-the-dark dye that I used. This one was like glow-in-the-dark powders, and this last one here was orange, so he's kind of the odd man out, but he does have a lot of the translucent powder. I'll come around and zoom in on these guys for you, but I just like to sit here and babble. So we're gonna leave. We're gonna go to Talioko, so you guys got to stay tuned for that, because there's supposed to be lots of really nice rocks up there. I watched this other YouTuber the other day, like Overlander. Ooh, Rock and Overlander or something. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. The mushroom top. That's really nice. It's got a clover in it. That's really nice. There's some Chilcotin back roads, so a friend of mine just told me there's a road from Alexis Creek to Cornell. That would be exciting. I think that same road might have some opal on it too, actually. Because we were discussing that earlier. I haven't made a bird in a while, so we made a bird. Made a bird. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So YouTube has been going good. A lot of people have been watching. I have not gotten any offers for brand content yet, which I would super appreciate if anyone's watching. You can offer me some brand content and I can promote your product, you know. If everyone's watching my shows here and stuff. Every time I make some frogs, I sell a frog. Just because frogs are so cool. That if you watched my salamander video, thanks for commenting on my salamander video. I said it was a Neptothalmus, which I'm probably saying it wrong, but apparently there's lots of them, and I had never seen one before. Oh, this frog's cool. He's got a mushroom inside him. Schmeed leaf. Very cool, very cool. So this one we didn't quite finish. He's got to go off to the side. Be careful about getting resin in your mouth. Last night when I was making the resin, I must have like touched my mouth, and then I had a snack after, and it was like, and I kept like having this really gross taste in my mouth. So definitely the resin isn't edible. It tastes super gross, just so you know. Spuzzy last night, our cat, up on the licking the bacon pan. I'm so grossed out. He just can't be inside anymore. It just drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. He's such a scrounger. And like, feed him twice a day with like really, you know, he gets wet food, he gets dry food. And I don't give him like human food, but he'll like, he even took a banana out of the compost a while ago, and I never even found what happened with the banana. So I'm assuming he ate it, because I haven't found it like rotten anywhere, but stress me out, man. Stress me out. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. And it's got, I put a pendant in there. You guys can't see that right now, but oh, this is cool. I made a bunch of these. They started selling right away, and then I don't know if it's just the ones that I made. Maybe it's just like I sold 3 right off the hop, and then the other ones were kind of like nobody bought them, so I keep taking them to the market. I think they're really cool. They're like tequila sunrise. No one's really bought them, so I don't know. Sometimes I feel like things are, when you make something new, of course, right? Then some people are like, yeah, this is awesome. And then after they see it for a bit, they're kind of like, yeah, well, I got a skull already, or I got a paw ashtray already. You guys didn't even get to see that really cool paw ashtray that I made, because as soon as I made it, it sold. Oh, this bathtub. Bathtub sells every time so far. But you gotta... I was thinking about taking this to my mom, but I don't know. Call her later, I guess. See how much she puts me in a bad mood. Whether she gets a present or not. I shouldn't even invite trouble, right? But I'm a person that invites trouble into my life, that's for sure. Are you trouble? Come on over. Hang out. Could be besties. Oh, look at that. That's great. I'll zoom in on that. And translucent powder. I love the translucent powder. It comes in like 5 different colors, like yellow, orange, yellow, purple, blue, green. There's one more. Pink, maybe? Pink. And definitely you can sprinkle it on your mold, but I always try and my neighbor, use a paintbrush and brush it against my mold, because then it spreads it out better. Otherwise it tends to clump up, and then you just have a big clump of it, and that's kind of a waste. I don't really know why I made this bear, because honestly I haven't really sold that much bears, but he looks cool. He glows in the dark. And he's got a Schmied leaf in him. Perfect. And then these, this one's glued to the table, so that's great, which I noticed last night, but I couldn't pick it up and fix it. So if you do happen to glue your table, you can scrape them after or whatever. Again, I'll zoom in. So this guy, Pink Bear, he'll glow in the dark. He's got a big patch here. Oh, no, actually. That's not too bad. I put the pieces of cherry wood on the moons. On the moon or on the eye. These usually sell pretty good if I make them, you can set them in the windowsill. They glow in the dark. And it's kind of like I've been to Bella Coola kind of thing, right? Not that we have a ton of moose, but up top there's moose. I'll have to go around and take all the sharp edges off of these. I put that extra pendant that I made in here for the eye. It's kind of interesting. They're all right. I was down to pink and blue, so that's why everything's pink and blue. Okay. And then I guess pink goes with blue, and then I just did orange because I had some orange to use up from my last. I don't mind mixing my colors together in a strange way. I'll even do yellow brown, even though it's tan. I will do that. Yeah, that's all right. They'll glow. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. I'm not even going to bother trying to... Well, I'll give this one shot, you guys. But usually these really make me mad. And they're sharp. And I can't get them open on film. But, again, the trick is to roll it down. And look away. Sometimes I find if I look away, I focus better too. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I always sell a mushroom too, because I sell them for cheap and the kids like them. I could probably get $4, $5, but it's usually a small child, so I just $2, and then at least, I don't know, half cover my cost on that one, I guess. I don't know, when I was at the market the other day, the last market, I did sell a lot of things for cheap. And so this guy had come and asked me to make an owl at the beginning of the year. He wanted a Christian cross and an owl. And then, so I never did make the cross, but I made the owl, and then I waited and sold the owl. 10 minutes later, his wife shows up and she's like, "Oh, you got the owl?" I'm like, "Oh my god. So I don't know about the owl mold. I don't know. Okay, that's 14 minutes, but they're cute, right? They're cute. Okay. So you can see how this is a tiny piece of cherry wood and a rock. Sequins in there. I'm gonna zoom out. Moose. He'll glow in the dark. He looks awesome. Pink moose. They're not quite set yet, so orange there, and yeah, sequins. Again, for the window. The bear. He's got yellow glow in the dark on his head. And this is a glow in the dark. It should maybe turn up blue. It says blue on the containers. Like, you'll get these glow in the darks that like are white, and then they just say like a color on them. And then so when you shine the light on them, I guess they're kind of pretty neat, eh? Kind of got like a bluish tinge, but this though, this is so cool. This will glow in the dark. I was worried. I thought maybe I put too many sequins in here, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Oh, it's such a nice day out there today. The bathtub, though. The bathtub. I always make an awesome bathtub. Sequins in the top. It'll glow. See the translucent powder? So now I gotta sit here and cut all the edges off this stuff. It'll take a minute. Take me a minute. Probably upload this video so then it's like right now. So as you're watching this, you know I'm sitting here taking these things off. And I gotta put my resin away. Cool, right? Mushroom in there. See it better from this side. Dried morel in there. If you don't like mushrooms, you can always pick them and art them. Hear no evil dragon. I'm just gonna trim the bottom and maybe his toes. So probably sharp. Very cool, very cool. It's funny that my freezer always makes this noise. It sounds like a small cat. I don't know, every time I'm like, oh, my cat. I don't know why, what it is. Neat. Powder. See, I put the powder on his belly. That was happy accident. Alright. Now the fun part is putting all my molds away. Put a piece of wood in there and just some glitter. I'll probably shave that down. Neat though, right? Very neat. Okay, and the bird. And that's that. 20 minutes Maddogmountainarts Demolding. And then I kind of like fix these. See how I tried to fix them, but you have to be really careful when you do like resin repairs, because like now the edge of this feels kind of weird. You can't see it, but I can feel it. But maybe it'll fit in the ashtray holder better. Alright, that's it. That's it. So later, if I make another video, I'm gonna like read you guys some backroads BC information, and I'm gonna upload some videos that are like obviously old and no sequence. Like there's a video coming out that like about getting the bat that I think that I didn't air the other day. So if it seems a little backwards, sorry about that. That's just how it goes. I'm always constantly making new videos, and then I never sit down, so I don't get around to doing them. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and join my memberships, limited time only. Even if you want a smaller membership, I will mail you something if you send me your address, not in a creepy way, but at maddogmountainarts@gmail.com. This is so cool. And yeah, maybe up to like, I don't know, maybe up to like 20 members or something, because then I'll be balling. Alright, thanks for that.